1 Corinthians 13. And now I will show you the most excellent way. If I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have faith that can move mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and surrender my body to the flames, but have not love, guess what? I'm nothing. Now we are tweenies. We live between. We live between the first and the second coming of Jesus. And we have tasks to perform in that time. So what's this time about? Well, it's gospel time. It's the time, according to Matthew 28, it's the time for proclaiming the gospel. According to Ephesians 6, it's a time for fighting against evil. We struggle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers. It's a get ready time. A waiting room, according to Matthew 24. It's a be alert, stay alert, watch and pray. And according to Jude, it's a holding on time. Hold on, persevere, fight against wrong doctrines. All these things are happening. All these activities are going on. But all those activities are to be characterized by one wonderful four-letter word. And it's this word, love. So you preach, fight injustice, persevere. They're characterized by love. And this chapter, and especially these first three verses, says, if you are not working in love, you're not working at all. You're just noisy, empty, and rather embarrassing. Because it will all change. 2 Peter 3 verse 10. The heavens will disappear with a roar. The elements will be destroyed with fire. The earth and everything in it will be laid bare. If you go to the terminus of a train line and you have the misfortune, as I did on one occasion, to fall asleep in the carriage, there will come a voice and it'll say, all change, end of the line. Well, let me just say, when we come to the end of the line, all will change. Our world, our life, there will be no more tears, no more death, no more sin. Even our bodies will be transformed. This magnificent specimen that you see before you, from its dandruff down to its corns, will be transformed. Transformed before your very eyes. And some things will change, according to 1 Corinthians verses 1 to 3. Okay, faith, hope and love. In the future life there will be no faith, because we will walk by sight and not by faith. In the future life there will be no hope, because our hope has been fulfilled. We don't need to hope, we've got it. But love will remain. And Paul ends the chapter the way he does. He says, now there remain these three, faith, hope and love, but the greatest of these is love. So why is that? Why is love greater than faith and hope? It's simple. It's because it's the one feature of the way that we live now that is going to carry on into eternity. It is the language that you speak in heaven. It is the way that you live on earth that communicates your spirit with his spirit. It is the deep that calls unto deep. The way that you speak and act in love now is the way that you communicate with God and the way that he communicates with you. So Paul says here in verse 8, he says, love never fails. Isn't that cool? Love never fails. Prophecies will be redundant. Knowledge will be irrelevant. You're not looking forward, you're not receiving information, it's all arrival. It's all arrival. It's all new and fresh and beyond anything you could imagine, except for this, except for love. Love never fails. Love remains. Okay. The love is the one perfect reality of this life, and it's the one that will remain into the next. The Apostle John talked about a church that was known for its deeds, its hard work, its perseverance. It was doing all the right stuff. It doesn't grow weary in defending its faith. And then right at the end in Revelation 2 he says, "But I have this against you, that you have left your first love." You can do all these things. You can be talented, wise, beautiful. But if you're not doing it in a loving way, you ain't got a thing. Amen. Hear the word of the Lord to you. You can grow and act and live in love. How do you do it? Well, in John 13, Jesus said, the writer says, he now showed them the full extent of his love. You remember what he did? He puts a towel over his shoulder, he picks up a bucket of water, and he starts to wash their feet. And he said, "This is the example I set before you. If I, your master, do this for you, you do it to other people. Wash their..." Think of this as we close. Whose feet did he wash? He washes John's. And John loves him and understands him maybe more than all the others. But then he goes on and washes Peter, who doesn't understand at all. And then he washes the feet of Judas. Judas, who was about to betray him. Let me say this. Love is never foiled by the worth of its recipient. Love never fails. Amen? Do you hear it? And Jesus says, go and live this way. And the way you live in love will last and linger and develop into eternity. God bless you. Amen.